So once again, it's ROCKFLESH coming from Sweden, a rock festival, and I've got Karmanjakah. Is it Karmanjakah? Karmanjakah. I never know how to say it.
No one does. No one does.
Thanks very much for joining us. Yeah, the name. To us kind of English folk, can you explain the name? Does it have a meaning, the name of the band?
Well, it does have a meaning. I think that it is a very Swedish name.
Kind of. It's not a Swedish word.
No.
But it's from a children's book called Lionheart Brothers. It's written by this famous Swedish author called Astrid Lindgren. She wrote a bunch of children's books, and the one place in that book is called Karmanjakah, and it's like a very it's a place where a monster lives, but it's also beautiful. So that's why we thought it was fitting, because it's both brutal and beautiful.
Exactly. Oh, that's perfect then. It makes sense now. I've always wondered that.
Yeah,
That's why it was the
didn't
opening
make sense
question.
at all before.
So you've just played your set. I thought it was fantastic. How do you guys think it went?
I think it went great. Absolutely great. A lot of people.
Yeah, I'm surprised by how many people there were in the audience. It was really fun. It's like when we go up on stage, it's like we're in our zone and we're trying to sort of focus on like getting it started. And then after a while, you look up and it's like, wow, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, when did that happen?
Yeah, I think also one thing that I think is kind of not necessarily unfair, but like when you're a smaller band, as you progress and you get a bigger audience, you get more benefits when you're playing. So, like when we played our first shows, maybe 2018 around then, it was less people showing up, so that it makes it harder, I think, to perform. And like we played in not as good venues with not as many people working the crew here. There was a lot of people who called us weeks before the gig and wanted to know about our setup and everything. So that really takes the stress away from the artist. And I think that it is kind of unfair because the smallest bands are the ones that need the most.
Yeah, they kind of need that foot up kind of thing. That helping hand. Yeah, definitely. So what's the strangest gig you've ever done as a link to that?
I don't think we've done any.
Probably the one with my torn ACL.
Yeah,
we were just talking about the torn ACL. Yeah.
It was in Gothenburg last fall. It wasn't that weird though. It was just that I just tore my ACL from playing football, and then I did a show with that. My knee was all swollen and I couldn't move. And people came up to us afterwards and they had some feedback like saying, hey, maybe you should have just move a bit more, just to capture the audience.
Why is he moving?
Yeah, and it was crazy. We drove the car from Stockholm, and his knee was getting worse and worse. We have this super small car that was like filled with merchandise and gear.
And the knee.
And he was sitting there, and it was like pulse. What do you call it? Like bulta. It was like
throbbing.
Throbbing.
Yeah. Oh wow. So you're saying now it's back? Well, we thought it was back to 70, but it's actually back to 40. Is it? Is that like bit of breaking news? Well, not literally, but you know.
Maybe I'm torn it again.
You said you were very active on stage.
Yeah. I couldn't help myself.
I think
fun.
We saw at TechFest last year at the Ocean, where I think he'd broken both his legs. The front guy. I think he had like jumping into the crowd or something, but he had to.
He broke his legs when he performed.
No, so it was during the tour leading up to it, but he wanted to still play TechFest, so he did the gig in like a chair.
Yeah.
So they had all the smoke going, and it was interesting.
Yeah.
So
did he get feedback that he should move?
You need to move more. Stop sitting down. What are you doing? Captivate the audience. And he's very active normally as well. Yeah.
But you really don't want to cancel stuff when you because I remember when we recorded we did a release this spring called Ancient Skills, and during the recording session I love to bake bread, and so I have a bread knife that I use a lot, and my father took the bread knife to a sharpening. So it was super sharp, and I was cutting a bread, and then went into my hand and made a big scar, and I was like, we got deadlines, and so I had to tape it up and try to track guitars with that big. It looked worse than what it was, but I had a big band.
Well, it wasn't the fretting hand.
No. And I actually stopped. I'm right-handed, but I stopped using a knife in the right hand because I can't risk that. So I only use my left since like 2 years. So now I'm a little bit more like, it's okay, I can.
So you're kind of becoming a bit more ambidextrous.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I only use left hand with knives.
I mean, I wouldn't suggest that the kids at home stab themselves with a knife to become ambidextrous, but you have used both hands.
It's a good motivation, though.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, now you can use both legs equally.
Yeah, that's true.
So, the music. Let's talk about the music. So, I'm gonna say you guys really remind me of artificial language. Who else? Obviously, elements of like Tesseract. Kind of all those kind of bands, especially uneven structure. But definitely those kind of bands. But I get the feel there's that kind of almost like post-hardcore element as well as the technical element. How would you describe your music to someone who didn't know about it?
Well, first of all, I love that you're mentioning post-hardcore kind of thing because we really want to try to not be too techy and be like to feel like a band that's standing up there with sheets and like be like, oh. We try to do, because we have a lot of influences from post-hardcore and rock and roll and kind of that tradition, and we want to keep that as much as possible in the band. So we try to have that approach to how we're performing and how we're setting up on stage and with the music.
Yeah.
So, but to talk a little bit about how we would describe our music, I think it's kind of like when you spoke about Karmanjakah, the place.
Yeah.
The place Karmanjakah, that it's like we wanted to do a combination of very beautiful and very heavy. Because I feel like I love a lot of post-hardcore, but usually it's not like it's usually a very aggressive part and then a very beautiful part, and it's never really kind of blended. And we wanted to do something that's a little bit more. It's not like one way or the other. It's kind of more flowing, and we wanted to have beauty to aggressive parts and some sort of aggression or edge to beautiful parts, and try to build it more that way.
Kind of piece them together as one complete jigsaw. Because definitely there are, I could like hear elements of maybe like the kind of more dreamy, you might say, dreamy segments of Turnstile and Higher Power and those kind of bands. But as you say, like it's often like one or the other with those kind of bands. But actually interweaving it,
I think that the sort of the beautiful part can have like multiple dimensions to it, in a way that maybe not that many bands are playing around with that much. Like maybe it's only sad when it's beautiful, or maybe it's only. But we want to do something like hopeful and dreamy, like you said. So
and I think it also comes a little bit from like some of our favorite bands are usually bands that kind of push the genre forward. Like we love early Periphery, we love Sugar, but we also love like Soundgarden or Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and like to us those bands were bands that came into the scene and were unique and did their own thing. So when we started the band and we wanted to write, it's easy to write a rip-off Meshuggah riff or something, or a rip-off, but like how can you by using your imagination or your creativeness, like to bring it one step forward in a new direction, or like one step to. So that's kind of what we're doing sometimes, that we're really trying to just push the boundaries of it.
So that's what we love to see, that's what we love to champion, kind of in bands. And we always say generic bands are generic, they're pigeonhole, bands that bring different genres together, different feelings, and push kind of genres is really, really important. Definitely. So let's do some silly questions. Well, not necessarily silly questions, but if the band was a drink, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, what drink would you be?
That's a very good question. That's an incredible question.
Yeah, it's interesting because we have some band members that are not drinking at all.
Right.
And some band members who are drinking
heavily.
I should tell them.
They make up for the non.
Exactly.
Which is good. It's sharing collaboratively, you know.
I think it would be like a boring, because okay, so I drink 95% water. So I drink like 95% of what I drink is water. And I think the final 5% is like oat drink or something that I have sometimes, which is like a milk replacement product. But like the other guys drink a lot more beer, so I guess it would be like a blended, like sped out beer, like 50% water.
You could do, you could do an alcohol-free version of something.
Yeah,
then you've got
non-alcoholic
both,
beer.
you know, non-alcoholic beer and normal beer.
I think it would be something like that, because I don't think anyone in the band does like drinks.
No, not
like
at all.
tequilas and stuff.
I love mojito, but it's good. But
It'd
it's
be like
not
water blended with oat drink, tequila, beer.
Do like non-alcoholic White Russian with oat milk.
Yeah, that's
Disgusting.
awful. No, it wouldn't be a drink.
No, that's true. If there was a biopic done of your life as a band, who would play each member of the band?
I don't know, like maybe like a strong man for our bass band.
Yeah, like what's the name of that Icelandic body?
Haftor. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
Mount.
Haftor, yeah, he would play Lucas, the bass player. And we always joke about Sebastian being like this vampire guy. So maybe like, I don't know, who's a vampire?
Yeah, sometimes we like roast him a little bit. We love that guy, but like it was like one time when he showed up, he really looked like Van Helsing. You know Van Helsing, the vampire hunter?
Who played Van Helsing?
So, well, huge Jackman is what I often.
Mesut Özil.
Yes, he would play Sebbe.
Mesut Özil.
Yeah, Mesut Özil would play the same eyes. And
You can have like Kurt Cobain, doesn't people say?
they keep telling me that.
We'll get Kurt Cobain.
Slater.
yeah.
Slater.
Maybe, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
We can just get Kurt Cobain. He's probably down to do it.
Yeah, I think so. He's a very good actor.
Yeah, I'm sure he moved into acting recently. Let's think. If there was anyone you could add to the band, who would you like to add to the band? They don't have to necessarily be a musician. They might be like a hype person or something, you know, like someone just there as a cheerleader, but someone to join the band.
Yeah. Like we have one person who is almost like a fifth band member, and that's my cousin. He does like some screams from time to time
Oh, right.
on our
There you go.
records. Yeah, and he's always been like helping us with filming stuff and recording stuff in the rehearsal room. So he's like, he's very close to us.
Yeah, I think he's a perfect kind of talent.
Yeah.
Because he's not like 100% into music or 100, like he's into 3D programming and photography and a little bit of music and art and like a lot of different things.
All the media.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
great to have. Like he can give feedback on the music and he understands everything.
So do you get him involved in things like t-shirt merch design or album stuff?
No, not
or-
like-
We should.
Yeah, we probably should. Yeah, no, but not like that. Not really. But he's been just helping us out,
Yeah.
and we really owe him a big thank you, a gift. I don't know.
And we have a guy with us.
Join the band.
Yeah, make him get him one of those drinks.
Yes.
The blend of
Exactly.
Yeah.
A disgusting drink.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Okay, so, well, I often ask what's coming next, but we know what's coming next because we're at Tech Fest as well. So it's going to be absolutely awesome to see you guys there. Obviously, unfortunately, it's going to be the last Tech Fest in this iteration, but you super excited about playing?
Very.
Yeah, that's like it's gonna be the highlight of the year. I think it's gonna be so cool.
I did want to ask you whether you were more excited about this festival or Tech Fest, but you've kind of answered that.
Yeah, for me personally, I think Tech Fest is gonna be super fun. Not like this festival is incredible.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was actually this big and this like nice. It's a really nice festival. It's just like going to the UK and playing. It's like where progressive rock was born. And So it feels special, you know.
I think you guys will go down an absolute storm. You'll go down a treat at TechFest, definitely.
We're looking forward to that, and we're actually doing some more shows in England, along TechFest. Well, there's nothing, we haven't announced that yet, so we can't really talk about it.
I was going to say, I didn't know this.
No, it's not announced, but it's coming up. So.
Excellent. Is that with some of the bands from TechFest as well?
I think one band from TechFest,
Right.
but I'm not sure about. I think it's at least one. We'll see. We don't know all the details.
Maybe we need to start a campaign for you to be bumped up to be new headliners instead of Suffocation. Yeah, now that they've pulled out.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing we're going to.
We want to do main stage.
So you've got TechFest. That's all. What else have you got in store for the or planned for the rest of the year?
Well, we have. We really enjoy the playing together, and we love to write and stuff. I think we love to write the most, but we also noticed recently that we really enjoy playing together. It's a different kind of, it's a more of a spiritual thing when you're playing together. It's a lot more like you're getting a certain vibe, and so
it's noticeable when you guys are playing live that you are very much in the moment.
Yeah,
like you said, like just suddenly looking up and seeing the crowd, because not in a bad way. Like you do connect with the crowd, but it's like we feel. Certainly me as a punter, like at the front, felt very much like I was part of it, but you were really enjoying it, really in the moment.
And that's something that we did with purpose, that we wanted our live set to consist of parts where everyone knows exactly what to play, and you have to play it exactly this way, and then we have a lot of parts where it's a little bit more like it's open. So we have a lot of outros and intros where we don't really decide what to play. We just add them and we try to go on
just a lot of syncopated stuff. Anyone who reads my reviews knows I love any band that has lots of syncopated stuff. So yeah, that's why.
Same thing with the guitar solos and stuff, that we try to not have anything written. It's supposed to be improvisation on the spot, and the drummer and bass player we're listening together. So
almost like a jazz vibe.
Yeah. And the reason, without going off on a tangent, the reason we're doing this, we also recorded a live session thing in the studio where we played through the whole new EP called Ancient Skills.
Yep.
So we recorded a live playthrough with all members of the entire band, and we are looking to release that sometime. We don't know how, we haven't listened to the tapes yet, because if you
it's not like you can chop any of it out because it's a live set.
So we're not gonna do the rookie mistake of recording it and be emotional and then go listen back. So we're gonna, after this gig, we're gonna go back and see if we can release one song or two songs or every song. We'll see what we feel, but hopefully that will come out later in the year and be something for people to enjoy. So it's going to be TechFest and some gigs in UK, and then the live session, and then we're going to go back to work.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we always have stuff we always have shit tons of demos that we haven't done anything with. So there's always something in there that we can start working on. So
that's good to hear, though. From our point of view as fans, it's it's good to know that it's not going right, we're releasing the stuff we've dreamt up, thought up, and there's nothing else coming. You want to be a prolific striker.
For us, it's more about choosing what songs to continue with.
Right.
Because, we have a lot.
You've written a lot of songs recently, right? A lot of demos.
Maybe, no.
Maybe.
Maybe
it's like
just
your
on the
name.
list.
Maybe it's like your name said he's 70%. Actually, you're only 40.
I think it's me and Jonas are the main writers, I would say. And I think we've mentioned this in other interviews, but after we released our debut album, we just kind of took a break from the band. We did some shows and we didn't really have a focused period. And then we were let's sit down and listen to our demos. And him and I took all of our demos together, and it was I think it was 2 hours. Yeah. It was 2 hours of material that we had written. So we was oh my god, what are we gonna do? Quadruple album. And the funny thing about us, which is super weird, is we had 2 hours of material that. We're like, what are we gonna do with this? Let's do an EP, 4 songs. We could have done a double album. We did 4 songs. We worked on them for like 1 year.
Yeah, but it takes.
But it's what works as well, isn't it? Like, you know, for the band at a certain time, you know, sometimes an EP. Like, we see like lots of bands talking about how almost the album cycle idea has kind of fallen out of favour with Spotify and stuff. That you've got some bands who are just drip feeding a couple of tracks every now and again, and that kind of thing. So I think it is very different, isn't it?
It is. It's a bit sad. But it's also nice.
There's still the excitement of an album dropping.
Exactly.
You know, I think, you know, you think like actually Sleep Token did both, didn't they? They drip fed a few singles and then still had the big album drop. So you know, you can do that.
I think when we have Sleep Tokens budget, we're gonna do that too.
Exactly. When Sleep Token is supporting you, we'll know we've got that. Cool. Well, thank you very much for chatting with us today. If you've liked what you've seen, remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you at TechFest. We'll do another interview. We'll do a catch up.
Everything changed then.
Exactly. See how you need. Anyway.
Exactly.
Cool. So we've been ROCKFLESH, and thank you very much.